Battle for Ohio. Reds 1, Guardians nothing in the top of the 8th.
Without the express written consent of the Cleveland Guardians.
Been a really defensive ball game. A lot of really great defensive plays here in Progressive Field. New pitcher for the Guardians. Hunter Gaddis is in. And the first batter he'll face is the second baseman, Matt McLean. First pitch is upstairs, ball 1.
McLean leading off 0 for 2. Takes ball 1. Gaddis' 29th appearance on the season.
The Reds have only scored. The Reds scored the only run of this game in the 5th when Spencer Steer knocked in Will Benson on an RBI single to right field. As it's 2-0, count in McLean's favor. But besides that, nothing. Nothing on the scoring front. Not a lot of hits this game. That missed. 3-0, and that looked really good. There's been a couple that looked like they were really good, and the home plate umpire called the ball, so he's not really having the best night. That one misses upstairs. It's a 4-pitch leadoff walk for Matt McLean. And as I say for pitchers, leadoff walks, never good.
Have you seen this from last night? This young rookie's only been up 2 weeks, and he may have the 2 best catches we've seen from a center fielder since Rick Manning back in the 80s. Look at that.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Look at where he's at.
You cannot see a better catch. That's out in Anaheim. Yes. And he kept himself on that fence.
First pitch to TJ Friedel, the leadoff hitter, is in there for strike 1. But I did mention that the home plate umpire was having a bad day. Hopefully that doesn't get me ejected like it did Nico Horner and Craig Counsell. Like, I don't want to be ejected. I'm only a broadcaster. Naylor sets up outside, and Gaddis fires at the bottom of the zone, strike 2.
I would say that's the best theft of a home run. I still think Fraley's play was a better play.
Especially the point of the game as well, yes.
Just because, I mean, he's laid out fully. The ball is going
Friedel calls time.
Yeah, it looked like he had no chance to get there.
I still can't believe he caught that thing.
And it was going away from him, yep. Yeah, the degrees
Payoff.
of difficulty sometimes.
Ripped foul.
Hey, we've seen a lot of great ones. Yep. In the last season. I mean, a lot of great ones. I mean, some guys make some extraordinary effort. They catch something like that. Sometimes you don't even know you catch the ball that's in the glove.
Aren't you? Those are the ones, especially at the wall. You've said this before. You really can't practice them, right? Like that just got to be.
0-2 again. Ripped. Past the Diamond Martinez in the center field. Base hit. McLean makes the turn. He'll go to third, and he is safe.
There you go.
And Friedel moves up to second.
An extra base. Take the double play away. Defensively, there's an
And
error.
is that going to be ruled a single or a double?
It is an error. Let him go because you didn't have a
It'll be
chance.
ruled a single for TJ Friedel.
Throw him out there. And you overthrow your cutoff man, and then the guy from first.
So now the Reds suddenly, with no one out, have 2 runners in scoring position. And here comes the pitching coach for Cleveland to talk to Gaddis.
So as an outfielder, you've got to make sure you get it into second.
I still think Austin Jackson's catch is the best I've ever seen.
That's
Whoa, all right.
But on this homestand, the right field, it's been the place where game-winning hits go to die.
Yeah, this is Houston, and this is the ball game right here. When they had a chance, that gets by him. That's probably a triple with 2 men on base.
Yeah,
and he gets out of the inning. And this one today, that's it. I like that one.
man. Nice. And of all people, it's Jose Ramirez that he robs right there. Austin Jackson, back in Fenway.
That was, and he's lucky he didn't
Get hurt.
get hurt. Yeah, you're not kidding.
Dan Otero was the guy pitching when that happens. And remember, Dan always said, hey, I got you. He goes, I set him up good.
First pitch to Gavin Lux.
And remember, as the infield comes in, Austin
Just
Jackson
misses
made
down.
a
1-0.
play in what should have been Armando
Infield's also in for the Guardians. They were showing during that little break Jake Fraley, who made a diving catch in right field to take away a hit from J-Ram. It was an unbelievable play. Lux pops it up. And it's out of play. Count tied up at 1.
See Austin Jackson in a few weeks, aren't we, at some point? coming
I
in.
know he's coming into town. He'll be doing some pregame show coverage.
Gavin Lux is 1 for 3 today with a single back in the 4th inning.
Take us through making catches like that.
Like I said, Cleveland's infield's in. McLean third, Friedel second. 1-1 to Lux. That's spiked. 2-1. Runners on third and less than 2 outs. They've scored 50% of the time. 6 for 12.
All right, big time pressure now on the defense. Infield's in.
6 out of 12 times he's failed to get that runner home from third with less than 2 outs.
They see a change up here. This at bat to try and get him.
2-1. Ripped into the Reds dugout. Count now tied at 2.
Two.
2-2. Lux pops it out of play again.
Good fastball.
He's going to choose the battle here. Two.
Oh, yeah.
Got him looking.
He knew it.
Beautiful pitch from Gaddis
Good change up
to
there.
freeze Lux, and there's one gone in the top of the 8th.
Out number 1 now. Watch this. I mean, it's just...
There was a ton of movement on that pitch. It just froze Lux. He just couldn't do anything. That was a beautiful pitch
He knew.
from Hunter Gaddis.
They're just going to walk there like
He gets
Bruce,
one out,
so they can have
and oh boy,
a chance.
Ellie De La Cruz is being intentionally walked. The bases are loaded. With one out in the top of the 8th, it looks like Stephen Vogt wants to force it home. Christian Encarnacion Strand is now the batter, as he has recently returned
Because of his
off the IL.
hyphenated last name. They call him CES.
Yeah, that's...
Feel free.
I will. I've got it written down on my card if you look.
Encarnacion Strand is 0 for 3. A ground down his last at bat would be a great sign for his first hit of the ball game, and he takes one at the top of the zone for strike 1. McLean third, Friedel second, Elliott first now, after he got intentionally walked. Infield is still in for Cleveland. 0-1. Foul ball.
It's 0-2.
And quickly CES is down 0-2.
To try and chase one. And Bo's got to be on point, man. Because if he throws a breaking ball in the third, you've got that man at third base who can fly. You got to be ready to block.
Payoff from Gaddis.
Is a little low.
Down.
Good pitch, though.
Here's the payoff. High fly ball into center. This could be deep enough. Jones is coming in. He's going to make the catch. McLean will tag. Here comes the throw home. It is in time! Double play! Nolan Jones cuts down Matt McLean at the plate with an absolute laser. And what a tag by Bo Naylor. Woo! Nolan Jones with a dart right to Bo Naylor. McLean sliding in. Not in time. And the Guardians get out of it. Still down 1-0. We head to the bottom of the 8th. What a throw from Nolan Jones. Bottom of the 8th. New third baseman in the game. Santiago's now at third, replacing CES. Andrew Abbott stays in the game and immediately gets a ground ball right to Santiago from Bo Naylor, and there's one out. And a big reason why the Reds are in front, actually the main reason why they are out in front, is because Andrew Abbott has been lights out. Has not given up a run, has only given up 2 hits on the day. And here now he'll face Johnny Rodriguez, who has 1 of the 2 hits. First pitch is close, but misses outside, ball 1. And Andrew Abbott is the 5th starting pitcher that is featured on one of my RB recordings. Add him to the list. Ground ball. Ellie's got it. Fire to first is high! And he threw it away!
Rodriguez will get second base.
Johnny Rodriguez moves up to second as Ellie threw it out of play.
Runners in scoring position on the two-base
And
throw.
man, oh man.
And I think with his...
Ugh, that was another ugly error from Ellie De La Cruz. Looked a lot like the one he committed against the Brewers on the same game that TJ Friedel
He could have made that play.
had a home run robbery to win it as Rodriguez and Spencer Steer collided at first. And now Johnny Rodriguez's day is done. There'll be a pinch runner for him. And it'll be Lane. Lane's in the game. He recently came back from injury. So now with Lane in scoring position, the game-tying run. Here's Nolan Jones, who cut down McLean at the plate to keep it 1-0, and he goes up in the count 1-0.
Right-handed bat on the bench for Cleveland.
Abbott looks at second. Jones calls time.
Interesting decision to run Thomas rather than pitch him here.
1-0. Ground ball, but it goes out of play.
And
the count's tied at 1.
Pitcher of the Month award in May. His last start on May 30th against the Cubs, who at that time had the best record in the National League. He went 7 one-hit shutout innings against that lineup.
1-1 delivery. Fly ball left field. Very well hit at the corner. Benson makes the catch at the track. He'll spin and fire toward third, and Lane holds up there, 2 down. Lane held up where he is, not at third. He's at second.
1 out away from equaling his career best in innings pitched 2 years ago.
And now here's Aniel Martinez.
8-inning outing. And he's 1 more out.
Aniel Martinez.
He's at 86 pitches.
The 9 here, playing second. He's 0 for 2.
Well, there is Rounds.
Check over at second. Lane gets back.
Even with that runner getting to second base with 1 out here in the 8th, Terry Francona feeling that good about the way Abbott is throwing the ball.
First pitch. That's taken a little outside, but it was called a strike. 0-1 on Angel. Andrew looks at second again. Now fires. Missed the hanger. Strike 2.
0-2.
Not now, Dad. Here's the payoff. Oh no. Abbott turns and tries to get Lane again, but to no avail.
Second time he's turned toward Thomas.
Now the payoff. Fly ball going toward the corner, and it's in the seats.
Yeah, this will be his 90th pitch of the night.
Andrew Abbott, dominant. Hasn't walked anybody, 4 strikeouts, only given up 2 hits. And here, looking over at Lane, payoff to Martinez, and he got him. And they'll throw to first to complete the strikeout, and Andrew Abbott has went through 8. Dominant outing from him. We head to the 9th. Reds still lead. He was really worried about Lane at second there. He was looking over at him every single time he could. Holy. But hey, he got out of it. He's been amazing tonight. Top of the 9th here in Cleveland. New pitcher. First pitch to Stevenson is turned on, and it goes into left field for a base hit. Leadoff single from Stevenson off of Jacob Judas, the new pitcher,
Hit of the night.
the former Red. He's been on both Ohio teams, as well as the Brewers and the Giants. Jacob Judas this season, 27 games, 1-1 record, ERA at 4.75, innings at 30.1. Innings pitched, I should say. 23 strikeouts, 9 walks. He's been hit around. Batters batting over 300 against him, as he drops one in the inside corner for a strike on Will Benson. Swing and a miss.
Foul held on to by Bowman.
Matt, you tell that story, Arch.
Benson down 0-2.
Had the same situation with Hunter Green back in San
Got a double in the fifth and then scored a run after Spencer Steer knocked him in. That's the only run of the ball game. Payoff. That time he took it, and that was spiked. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Only with 2 outs in the 9th inning. So the Reds have come close, but Tito talked after that game about, I've got to help these young guys know what it's like to get to the 27th out, but I cannot let them lose those type games.
Payoff.
That's the key. Yes.
Fouled off.
You can't let them after they go all that time, 8 innings plus. Yeah, you can't let that starter lose that game. But that's how you have to teach young pitchers, you know. You want them to go as far as they can.
1-2. Benson rips that one. Caught by Martinez. Fire to second. Throw to first. Double play. That'll end the inning.
Fielding play and then fired a seed perfectly to Arias, and with his cannon, it was all but done.
That was really well turned. That's
Or sorry, that was not an inning-ending double play. That was 2 outs.
There you go. You get adjusted first base.
Well, what a play by Martinez. Perfect throw to Arias. The perfect throw to Santana to turn 2.
Spencer Steer, the batter.
And now here's Spencer to the plate. He's 1 for 3. First pitch. Taken. Strike 1. Steer, as I mentioned, got that RBI single in the 5th. Now takes down to tie the count up.
I was talking about before the game when Angel Martinez was doing first, and look who's out taking the feed for him, March. The manager came out taking the feed. That's Stephen Vogt helping his guy out.
Steer rips one right to third. J-Ram long throw, and it was offline, but Santana caught it, and Spencer was right in front of him. 3 outs. Cleveland defense holds, and we head to the bottom of the 9th. Can the Guardians tie it, or can Andrew Abbott pull a complete game shutout? We'll be right back from Progressive Field to find out. Bottom of the 9th. Andrew Abbott looking for a complete game shutout. He'll face the leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan, one of the best hitters in the league. First pitch, lefty, is outside, ball 1. Andrew Abbott has thrown 91 pitches,
3 pitches or less.
trying to get the shutout.
Came out 1 pitch.
Misses outside, 2-0.
The 4 complete games thrown this year in the National League.
Kwan's hitless. That's a rare statement. Here's the 2-0. In there, strike 1.
Eric Fetty threw a complete game against
Looks like
Washington.
Abbott's just
The only
pitching
other
outside.
team was Paul Skeens. That was in a loss against Philadelphia. He only pitched 8 innings. Here's the 2-1.
2-1. Taken down. It's 3-1 on Stephen Kwan. 1 miss away from drawing a leadoff walk. And in the 9th inning or later, he's got a .563 batting average. 2 ribbies. And that misses high, and Stephen Kwan draws a leadoff walk. And the game tying run at first base, the go-ahead run at the plate. And as I say, for pitchers, leadoff walks, never good.
Is going to start popping and acid tablets.
And here's the designated hitter, who could always hammer balls to right field. Just ask the Yankees in the playoffs. David Fry to the plate, the designated hitter. Or shit, left field I meant to say. And here we go. Spencer playing close to Kwan at first base. First pitch from Abbott to Fry is up high, ball 1. Reds do have Emilio Pagan warming up in the pen. Might be time to think about bringing him in here. As Abbott is starting to struggle. 1-0. Misses down. And it's 2 balls and no strikes on Fry. And looking at the former Guardian manager, Terry Francona. He's looking around. This might be Abbott's last batter. Hitters count for Fry. 2-0. Misses high again. It's 3 balls and no strikes. And now you got to think this has to be Andrew Abbott's last batter if he walks David Fry. Because you don't want him to face J-Ram. Abbott has thrown 7 balls and 1 strike this inning. Quan dancing at first, trying to get his attention. And Andrew Abbott pumps in a strike, 3-1. Looked like it missed high, but got the call. This will be his 100th pitch of the night.
3-1 pitch.
3-1. Fry fouls it straight back, and the count is full.
He was right on it, fouled it straight back.
Well,
Had the pitch he was looking for, and just didn't put it in play.
let's see what he can do. Can Abbott come back and strike out Fry, or is Fry destined to walk? Full count delivery. Foul back.
Again, it was a fastball. That was middle in. Fry had a pretty good pass at it.
Yeah. He did.
Here's the 3-2 again. Fry ground ball, this could be 2. Ellie to second for 1. McLean to first. Double play! The Reds turn 2, and the Guardians, just like that, are down to their final out. And what a throw by Ellie. He didn't throw it too high. He threw it right on the money to McLean. And McLean threw it just in time over to Spencer to turn 2. And the Guardians are down to their final out. But this is the guy who you would like up with the game on the line. J-Ram to the plate. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Got a hanger right down the middle and got the bat going too quickly. 0-1.
Drove the ball to deep right field his last time up, and Jake Fraley gave a sensation.
J-Ram lined out to Jake Fraley on an amazing play in his last at-bat. Back in the 7th, I believe. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. He's just attacking J-Ram right down the pipe. And the Guardians are down to their final strike. And here we go. This is for the win. Abbott fires. J-Ram pops it. Foul. And it goes out of play. Nothing Stevenson could do. Andrew Abbott's been dominant, looking for a complete game shutout. This will be the 106th pitch of the outing. 0-2. J-Ram hits one up the middle. Base hit to center. Jose Ramirez extends the game with a 2-out single. And this could be Andrew Abbott's night. Let's see what Terry Francona can do. Or what he will do. But Jose Ramirez slices one up the middle. And the Guardians are back in it. 2 outs. J-Ram at first. Abbott staying in. Here's Carlos Santana, always dangerous. And he takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Santana's 0 for 3. 0-1. Santana hits a fly ball to right field. It's foul. And the Guardians again are down to their final strike. This will be Abbott's 109th pitch of the night. And it's for the win. Abbott fired. No, he went over to first, and J-Ram gets back in time.
Try and get a free out in case he may be trying to steal.
And now, this is for the win.
0-2.
High, ball 1.
Santana.
Terry Francona adjusts the cap and watches on.
So good at controlling the strike zone, but game's on the line here.
1-2. Abbott fires. Santana fly ball to deep left field. Back and caught! Will Benson at the wall preserves the complete game shutout. Andrew Abbott with a complete game shutout, and it just stayed in the yard. Carlos Santana hit one all the way back at the wall and left.
He goes the distance
And wow. Oh, the cameraman got fooled. He thought it was gone. But no, it stayed in the yard, and Benson makes the catch. And Andrew Abbott, with his first career complete game shutout. He goes all the way and was lights out. Dominates the Guardians. And the Reds win 1-0. See y'all later. RV out. Peace.